Scotland! Scotland!
Well, back to the channel, Euro predictions, but I'm no happy bunny, right? Somebody hoovered my HD webcam pro, whatever it's called. I mean, it's 80 quid. Hoovered it off me. Some fat bastard has hoovered that off me. I don't know where it is, right? But, and then you go to use the built-in HD webcam, and then it corrupts half the files on your laptop for screen recorder. How the fuck does that happen? Right? But the Euro here, the predictions, it's later than what I want it to be, but you know what? You've got to make sacrifices in life sometimes, so we're just going to have to do with me predicting it. But who gives a shit about my technical problems, me and Gene? When Scotland lift it, you know, we're going to fucking win. But anyway, let's dive in to Group A. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to go Italy, Turkey. Turkey are very improved, you know. I'll go Wales to get third. Wales are nowhere near, I don't think they're anywhere near what they were in 2016, because Ramsey and Bale were superior then than what they are now. And I just feel like then, you know what I mean, Joe Allen was better, Ashley Williams was better, Robson Kanu was much better as well. I feel like if it was that Wales team, I mean, I think they could potentially win the group, but Italy are unstoppable. Turkey have massively improved, but I think they'll beat Switzerland, so it'll be fair to them. Next up, though, we've got Group B. Obviously, we've got Glenn Kamara for Finland. Fuck, this is a tough group, but you know what? I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think it's going to be Belgium, Denmark. I think Russia are just a step above Finland. Sorry, saucy Glenn, but you know what, mate? Fucking get the job done. Prove Uncle Steve wrong, you know. Next up, though, we have got Group C. And, I mean, I was impressed by us against Holland, but I was not impressed with Holland. But I still think they'll top this group, you know. Next up, I'm going to go Ukraine, Austria, and Macedonia. See, this is where it's kind of like with the third place team. I mean, these three teams, right, are going to beat North Macedonia, which then automatically puts other groups on the back foot. You know, and it's the same with Group F. Like, Group C and F, I mean, every team should be beating the worst placed team, you know. But every other group is fairly matched here, you know. Maybe with the exception of Group E, Slovakia could maybe say, but I still think they'll get a result there. Or two, but here we go. The big one, Group D. It's an interesting one. I think Southgate's shite. I think if England actually had a good manager, they could very well win this. But they have Southgate. Imagine taking Ben White over like Ward Prowse or Lingard. I mean, playing five. I mean, I get why we play five at the back because it suits us and it enables us to bring in like Tierney and Robertson. But with England, I mean, they've got so much attacking talent, and they're like defensively. That is like, I know you could say, I think it is their weakest point. Maybe bar goalkeeper, but so then you could argue, well, that's probably why he plays five at the back. But if you're that good going forward, there's no point killing your attack by playing five at the back. You know, like if we had Tierney and Robertson up front, but had like a weaker defence, well, not like say we had someone the quality of those two up front. You know, I wouldn't want us to be playing a formation that would hamper those two. You know, but that's just the way I feel about that. But yes, I think the old guard Croatia are going to top the group, because I've got a feeling England are pissed. You know, Croatia put them out. I think England are going to get second. I think where we come, it's going to depend on that first game, but I think we'll come third, and I think we'll sneak a draw against Croatia or England. Czech Republic, though, coming in fourth. I mean, I think every team in the group, it's a weird group. Every team will be looking to get something off every team, you know. I mean, I guess most teams hang up. I mean, North Macedonia and Hungary, they're just happy to be here. But yeah, Group E, we have got Slovakia, Poland, Spain, and Sweden. I'm going to go Spain to get top. I'm going to go with Sweden, big Philip Hollander. You know, you've got Larsson's son in there. You've got a few other players, Forsberg, Grandfest. Yeah, I mean, I could fucking go on, but there's no need. Poland, Lewandowski never has really had a good tournament, in my opinion. Well, he's not, like I say, my opinion, it's just facts. And I'll go with Slovakia to finish bottom of the group. Next up, it's the Group F, the Group of Death. Hungary will be last. I think Germany will finish third. I think Portugal will finish second, and I think France will finish third. But here is the interesting part. I mean, you've got to realistically base this off the groups. Germany, yes, Germany are going to go through. Poland, I don't think they're going through. What's Austria's group like? See, that just that game against North Macedonia, I think. Russia, I don't think I'll go with those. I think Scotland, I think we will get through. Will we get any further though? Who fucking knows? But here we go into the knockout stages. And we've got Belgium taking on Germany. And Belgium are good, right? But I think they're massively overrated. Like, see now, like half their fucking defenders, like, you know, like the last World Cup, when you got like Company, Vermaelen, Vertonghen, the likes of them, they're all done. And Courtois I don't really rate as highly as I did back in the day, so I'm going to go with Germany, big man. Next up though, with the Italians taking on the Ukrainians, and I'm going to go with the Italians. Be a tough game for Italy, but this will probably be a game that'll finish like 1-0, Belotti or some way a goal. France against Wales. I'd like Wales to do a job here, but realistically, they're only going to job it, so we'll go with France. Next up though, we have got England taking on Sweden. And I'm going to go... I mean, England are going to win here, but if it goes the way I'm going, they're not beating France, so I'm alright with that. Next up, though, we have got Spain taking on Austria. And I'm going to go with Spain. They'll get the job done. Next up, though, we have Croatia taking on Portugal. And I'm going to go with Portugal. Next up, with Scotland. I mean, I think we'll get... Alright, if I'm predicting this legitly, I think we'll get to the last 16. But I don't think we'll go past it. But looking at this draw, I see no fucking reason why we can't get to the semis. Like, you know, like, it's doable. Very doable. And we were playing a weakened team against Holland. If we play a midfield against Holland that's got a defensive midfielder, I mean, both their goals, plus their goals were dives for the first one and the second one. And the first one, if we play a defensive midfielder, a goal never happens, I guess. I mean, players come in and changes it. But I think if we had a stronger team against Holland and weren't as sloppy in the midfield, we'd have fucking smoked them. You know, I'm not being smug or hyping us up too much. I just don't think Holland were that good. You know? And yeah, and I honestly think if push comes to that shove, Scotland would get the job done against Holland. Next up, though, we have got Turkey, Denmark. I think two very, very easily matched teams here. And I'm going to go with, I think, Denmark. But now we'll go back up to the top. Oh, suspense for Scotland. Next up, though, we've got Germany versus Italy. Germany's kind of got a blend of the new and the old guard. Italy just don't lose games. And Germany, I think, they've got so much young talent. Further, yeah, I'm going to go with Germany, man. I was thinking about it, but nah. Next up, though, France, England. I think France are just too strong, you know, all over the park. All over the... I mean, just imagine Mbappe rubbing it with... What's that guy called? They've just called up Ben White. Ben White against Mbappe. You having a giraffe? You know? I mean, I know you could say this. Oh, Ben White against Grant Hanley. But, well. So, the bottom line. We've got Spain versus Portugal. Just like in the 2018 World Cup, my money's on Portugal. And next up, we've got Scotland versus Denmark. Obviously, in our World Cup qualifiers, we have got Denmark in it. You know, a few details. This match will be held in Baku, where there was just a great Formula 1 race in it recently. Fuck it, why can't we beat Denmark, man? I'm going for it. But yeah, that's what it's going to end. Portugal going to get to the final, in my opinion. France against Germany. I think France are going to get the job done there. And then I think Portugal will lift it. So there we go, guys. Portugal will win Euro 2020. And that is the bottom line there, guys. But anyway, leave your thoughts down below. Vid's a bit of a botch, it's a bit delayed, but who gives a shit? Scotland are getting to the semis, and that's the bottom line. So until next time, I mean, who wouldn't take that run if we got to the last 16? I mean, we're not playing a France in there. I mean, I think Portugal will win it, but I don't fear them as much as France. You know, I just feel like France, they fucking can overload you. You know. But anyway, guys, until next time, peace.